What is up, everyone? Welcome to Mechs on Deck. It is Monday, June 8th. How you doing, Chewy?
Good, man. How are you?
Dude, I'm doing all right. Doing all right. I had a very chill day, and by chill, I mean I basically did nothing until about 5 o'clock.
Quarantine.
Yeah, right. It's quarantine time. Pandemic's still going on. Still not working, but maybe one day.
Maybe one day. We'll get back to the world eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah,
But-
it's been business as usual. It's trying to, because like now I'm on summer break officially.
Actual summer break, not
Actual summer break, and I'm just like, man, I'm so ready to like have a purpose and get up and do something.
well. You had spring break for like 2.5 months.
Yeah, a 2.5 month spring break. Basically a 3-month spring break. Let's be real. It was, yeah. But
No.
travel's on. It's keyboards, right? Keyboards keeps us sane. So, it is June 8th. We've got a good spicy topic to talk about tonight. As we've kind of talked about in Discord, that like, yeah, is absolutely. Thank you, Metal Chuck, for that. I'm going to take 100% credit for that one.
We hopped in the call and Chewy goes, "Can we name this Cat Scratch Fever?" I was like, I don't see why not.
So, yes, we're going to be talking about the cat melons, the cat popcorn, the cat spice, whatever you want to call it. We'll be talking about that. But first, what are you typing on?
I'll go. First mail day. And what are you typing on? All right. So,
and you guys let us know what you're typing on too.
Also, do want to give a quick shout out to Kaja Ta for the tier 1 for 3 months, and then Departed Village Idiot, I think is what that means. Yep. Thank you for the Twitch Prime for 6 months. Appreciate that. Today I am typing. I've changed it up. Typing on the Bower.
There it is.
Bower with
Deported Village Idiot.
Deported. Okay. Deported. Plus, there was a big fuss about the way the Rama caps came out for these, the silicone ones. Mine's actually pretty good. Like, mine looks good.
Yeah, I see it. I pulled it up. Yeah, looks good.
Mine.
I see. What was weird is when I saw that, and we'll chat about that too. What's weird is I remember seeing yours because before I even cared about the set, I was like, I'm curious to see how these turned out, and I remember being like, I mean, yes, when dealing with something that's not perfectly made the exact same time every time, expect there to be rough situations, but
yeah, I even when I got mine, I reached out to Dixie and I was like, dude, these came out great. Like, I thought it came out really, really well. So obviously with the material, I think some people got something that was maybe a little bit different than what they expected, but mine looks great. And then speaking of Dixie, I do have some mail, which is something that I picked up from Dixie Mech this past week. Got them in today, and that is these little keycap storage bins that he's selling. You can pick up 3 of these for $13.50 on the Dixie Mech website. If you're feeling like supporting, feeling like helping us out, you can use mechsondeck.dixiemech.com. Pick some of these up. I got 2 sets. In here is a base of GMK Hyperfuse Origins, which is like a giant base kit. And there's still quite a bit of room, so I could fit, some child kits in here if I needed. So they stack. I like it. I think this is a good option to. I just realized it says super stacker on it, and that kind of made me lose my train of thought. But no, it's a great option for storage because they do stack, and they are a little like Oxy says, it's a little bit more elegant than a bag, and it's still small enough to where if you have a drawer or something, you can put this in the drawer, throw it in there. So and they're not too expensive.
But Osiris, what's wrong with this? Just being an asshole. No, those do look cool. I'm excited to take a gander. The only problem I have is where I put them, because I kind of like having my drawer access, but to each their own.
Well,
especially now that I see, you know, now that the boxes are all different, this might be the best way to like kind of capitalize on the fact that GMK just changed their trays and storage.
Yeah,
is in need of an overhaul.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, and it's small. Like, it's smaller than what you would get out of the. It's not obviously not as small as a bag, but it's stores easier, and it looks nicer. Like, if you're gonna have it to where you can like show it off, or not necessarily even show it off, but have it be visible, this looks a lot better than having all the keycaps just in a bag. You know.
Yeah.
So, and you can do the whole like label maker and have them all in a closet somewhere or something.
Yeah, Dixie, if you're listening, you should sell label makers. I think that would be another. Yeah, I have a label maker and love it. I think it's perfect because I have like a big tray for all my switches, like a big drawer compartment thing, and it helps, especially when you have two of the same switch and you do stuff differently with it. So. I'm not good enough at picking out which row certain keys go to use the boxes. It happens. Yeah. I think because I've changed so many boards keycaps, I'm just kind of used to it by now. Of like, oh, I can kind of do it quickly. What drives me crazy is when a set like, you know, muted. I remember I always hated doing muted, and I would keep the 60% bag separate from all the keys I would never use. Or like nines. Nines always drives me insane. Yeah. Because they're all the same color. So it's like, ugh.
Well, I think it's easier on 60% than it is like once you start getting into the 65, 75, that last
those page up, page down.
Yeah, that one always gets me because I'm always like trying to go through like the four, because there's like 4 different ones in every base kit.
Yeah.
And so it would be interesting. Dots actually, I don't think it would be that bad. Like,
you just have to line them all up.
Because you don't have to worry about like dots is the great set to where you don't have to worry about getting 2 keys mixed up. Maybe you you accidentally switch your I and your O.
No one would know.
No one would know because it's all just dots. Yeah, Chewy. Yeah, what are you typing on?
All right. So I actually just noticed that my pipe key is slightly damaged on 9s, but that's okay.
My space bar is slightly damaged.
Austin, round 1. It's a great board. I've got my bears up here. The Mechs on deck bear, Holy Panda bear, Ursa bear, and Taro bear. With Holy Panda, 74 gram, 3203 lubed. Love this board. I pulled it out, I think, actually, because I've only been typing on this for 2 days, and I'm building a board tomorrow that I know I'll type on all week. So this is probably my least used board just because of how much space it takes, but it's one of those, it's what key is next to 1. This is the 9s. It's the only novelty that came with it.
Yeah, the like 9/9.
Yeah. But this is probably my least used board just because it takes up a lot of space. But I gamed with it last night. And I don't find it to be that impossible, but I'm definitely a little bit more like spread out. So that is what I am typing on today. I got Hexagon Dark Serica desk mat. Very excited because mine's looking rough. And it is hands down my favorite, just knocking a bunch of shit over. I got let me look up the official name for this. The Equality Matters Ambassador.
There you go.
So, for those who don't know,
I totally wanted one of those, but I didn't wake up in time.
So CYO did a Equality Matters raffle where he donated all the proceeds to a couple different charities for the Black Lives Matter movement and all of the protests that are happening. And what's up, Lindsay? Not to get too political, but it was a good way to kind of through him donate money and get a cool cap to remember it by. So props to CYO. A lot of people have done these. Great idea. So, and then last but not least, the coolest thing that I got was this.
Ooh,
the Heine H60. I got this in to make sure it works with the Baca. And who knew that a 60% standard PCB would fit in a board that was designed to fit 60% standard PCBs. But I didn't want to run a group buy without testing it. I have not actually built it, but I did put it in the case and was like, oh, good job, Dave. It fits. So I will be building this probably 2 weeks from now or 2 weeks from tomorrow. I'll be building on this with something just to kind of show it off. VIA supported. It's kind of got these cool, kind of see, it's got these little spots that show you not only where the stabilizers go, but what way the bar is oriented. So I thought that was pretty unique. Unique way of doing it. So, well, I'm excited to build on it. It looks like it's going to be a pretty easy, straightforward build. So well done, Heine. Are you thinking of running that? Yes, that is the thought process. I don't know. This is like an early prototype. I don't know if this is going to be the color, although to me, PCB colors don't really matter unless you're building it on an acrylic. And the Squid 60 is a board, and the Baca 60 are not boards that you can see the PCB really at all. So just one of those. Doesn't have RGB. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So
it is full aluminum and brass.
Yup. So, but that is my mail. That's the mail that I can show. So there you go. Secrets. Nothing really that secret. It's just not really my mail. So
sure. So today we're talking about cat. The first
cat scratch fever.
So, well, over the past almost year at this point, we've seen quite a few cat sets run, and the first one has shipped. There's some issues.
Yeah.
Issues.
So cat is a profile that was supposed to kind of flatten out. It was supposed to kind of meet in the middle of DSA and SA. Pretty standard looking. Pretty standard looking. I actually have shout out to Mechs, who ran Cat Arctic as well as JTK, or not JTK. Was it JTK Arctic?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he let me borrow Cat. It does not support this exact layout, which is why I have some awkward key selections here. But we'll talk about why I have this here in a little bit more. But if you want to see the side profile, very flat, but still has some curve to it. I'm going to pop this out. You can ignore that. And then the escape actually is not the correct row either. So you ignore the shift, but you can kind of get the overall idea. Personally, not a fan of the profile, just not my jam. Don't let that influence you. KeyCap profile, I think, is one of the most preference driven things ever. So, but that I wanted to try it, and I've been meaning to try it more. I tried it at a meetup, and I remember like going over, telling like, hey, Cat's over there, and trying it, being like, I don't like this. Like, I'm not a huge fan. And then I was like, well, let me try it on my desk, like on a board that I like and all that, with switches I like. And I was like, I still hate this.
I think it's better than SA, like Alhex just said, because I think it's an easier transition from Cherry to Cat, because it feels a little bit more natural. But it's one of those things I feel like it almost, for some people, I think it'll feel like you're kind of cheating on Cherry. Like it's one of those things. It's like it's close enough, but it's not that. So it's like you're just like, why am I not just typing on Cherry?
Yeah. I think that's my issue. It's like SA. When I want to type on something SA, I want to, like, I am typing on SA. I'm not just, it's like the switch is just very different. So it's, I have one SA set coming. It will probably be the only SA set that I ever own, unless I can get my hands on camping. So, and I don't really want to spend $600 on a 4-year-old SA set. But yeah, I think it's just like it's not different enough that like when you're going from Cherry, I'm like, I'm just use Cherry for me personally. So, but don't let that influence your decision too much. I do urge you to try Bubblehead Brett. Thank you for the 115 bits. We encourage you to try it because it could be your favorite profile ever. Like, who knows?
True, very true. Also, Zerkowski, I'll show you my series at the end. We're wrapping up.
Yep.
But yeah, so Milkshake shipped. Milkshake obviously is a set that had tons of different options. I thought it was interesting that they shipped every kit in the separate boxes that were all the same size. So like if you bought like 6 kits, it was in like a giant box. Yeah, The City at Night, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 6 months. Appreciate that. But I thought that was interesting because it's like one of those things where, obviously with the change in the GMK trays, it's trying to go more towards like a lower packaging, lower environmental impact, and then Creative just like, nah, we're going big. Everything has its own box.
It's like, God, was it MT3? Like shipped, I think their first one, they shipped each key in an individual little baggie. Yeah.
That was a while ago, but man.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they've changed that. Yeah, and so for those who don't know, over in America, we actually haven't done a whole lot with Cat. So we had Cat Alpha. That wasn't a group buy. It was just kind of like, hey, we have it. Come get it. It was just to kind of test out the profile, and it was just a plain white with black legends profile to kind of get people acclimated to it and get people liking it. And we've had, I don't know, maybe 10 cat sets run
like
without any sets actually getting shipped. So Milkshake was the first group buy to get shipped, and it did. Osiris and I have talked about this a lot, where it kind of puzzled us that it's like none of these sets are shipping, and yet we're continually running. Every month there's at least 1 or 2 sets that are running, and we haven't seen a whole lot of proof of concept. And we got proof of concept, but it had some problems.
And that's so, and we've talked with Dixie before, and he was like, yeah, he's like, I'm interested in running Cat at some point if everything's good. He's like, I want to see what happens before it runs. And now it's like, okay, well, hopefully they figure it out. Hopefully they can make changes. But we do have some pictures of what happened. So if you are not familiar with what has gone on with these keycaps, basically legends are off center, which is something that's not kind of exclusive to key creative. You know, we had this with Waves, had the escape key issue. We had Oblivion that also had this issues. So I mean, it's not like they're the first ones to deal with something like this, but it is a little bit disappointing. I'll say that the first set that comes out and it's so consistently off.
Yeah. So if you can't really tell by the picture, biggest thing to look at, the fifth key up is significantly further to the right. A lot of these F11, all the F keys you can see are kind of hugging the right side more. So this isn't double shot. This is die sub. So these caps are actually died on. So it's tough. I mean, and Exo Squid says I got Cat Atlantis. Now I'm stressing. At this point, I wouldn't stress and panic, but it definitely might, in my opinion, it's probably going to hurt some cat sales until another set comes out that can prove that they did a good job the first round. So the good thing is they came out and they said, "Hey, we're going to fix these issues. You send us pictures. We'll start on it immediately." Couple things. It's going to slow down production. I know that they're getting backed up. They haven't delivered a whole lot. But it's concerning. I myself don't plan. I mean, I'm not going to buy it because I don't like the profile. But if I saw something like this, I would start getting concerned because of the fact that this is the first set that they did.
Yeah, and as far as concerns, I honestly wouldn't be concerned about the sets that are being run right now. Like if you buy a set this month, like say you buy Cat Explosion, they're gonna figure it out before that set gets made, right? Like it's like it shouldn't detract you from purchasing now, because I think now that it's out there and now that these issues are being shown and being brought to light, they're going to have to scramble because they've got all these other sets that they have to run. My thing is, it is very disappointing that this happened. I'm not sure how consistent. I know some people like Deported Village Idiot saying that he doesn't have any alignment issues with pad printing. That's one of the things, is it can be different on every set because it's just printed on. So it's like if something gets off just a little bit in the machining, then you have a whole set or whole run that is off,
Tech Tiltarian, it's Cat Alpha wasn't really run as a group buy as much as it was just we made a bunch of cap sets and go sell them. Like it was ready to ship stuff. So yeah, okay, yes. First obvious thing, these are very strange legends. While though it is printed on, it's the die sub process, exactly. It's going to kind of be a loose cannon sometimes, and if you don't catch something early enough, there are going to be a lot of caps that are jacked up. But it's just one of those, like, you need to understand. I mean, that's just kind of comes with any set that's die subbed. There are potentially going to be issues. I do know through just kind of up the vine of keyboards that QC was rushed, which is not a good thing. And I'm going to assume that they learned their lesson through this. This is curative. But it's not really, when you want to bring out your first product, you want to put your best foot forward. And I think that this should have been curative is producing Cat. I think they should have taken a couple extra steps into showing the world that, hey, Cat Alpha, we shouldn't even be thinking about Cat Alpha. We should be thinking about this, because these strange legends, if you can print these strange legends correctly, then you should be able to do anything.
Yeah, and it is one of those things. I wonder if, looking back now, creative is like maybe we should have not run Milkshake first. Maybe run something that was a little bit more standard, because it does look like most of the keys are okay that are like standard alphas. And it is just these stranger legends. Now, obviously, there is this picture with this 4 where it's a little bit off. But it doesn't seem like, at least from what I've seen and heard, it's more, for whatever reason, F keys and the like strange keys that Milkshake has. And Mykonos brings up a great point of saying that it's possible that COVID had rushed things because, just like really everything right now, people are working in lower capacities. Like everyone's, maybe they're working from home. Maybe they can only have like 3 people or 4 people at the office, maybe even less. I'm not sure how many people work there. So that could explain some of the QC issues. They prioritized meeting a deadline to the vendors instead of prioritizing the QC, which I think is an interesting. That's like an interesting thought process, because I think if you said, "Hey, the world's on fire right now, let's give it a couple weeks. We need some time to make sure this comes out right," I don't think anyone would have been that upset. Like, I think there obviously would be some people that are upset, but it would be less. I would rather people be upset that it's delayed, and that it's delayed because they want to make it great, than it be on time or just a little bit delayed and it come out like this.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's kind of the question of like, if you're ordering food, would you rather it come out super fast but wrong, or would you rather it take a little bit longer but come out right? At the end of the day, because now people are going to be waiting even longer to get the fix kits. And, I know there are people, it would drive me crazy personally if I had a jacked up key like that. And, it is what it is at the end of the day. Like I said, they'll fix it. I thought BIP did a good job, kind of. It does kind of. What sucks is like the designer. People were like, hey, and it's like, designer doesn't really.
He has nothing to do with it at this point.
It has nothing to do with production. Like, if you want, some people are saying that 4 looks goofy. I do think that the font is a little strange.
Yeah,
that's the design. I personally don't like Milkshake. I think it looks goofy. Like, it's cool and unique, but not for me. But if you don't like the font, then don't buy it and don't complain to him that you don't like it. Just say to yourself, I don't like this. I'm not going to buy it. But he was kind of having to play damage control, which sucks because it's like, this isn't his. It's not like this set is it's not like he went to the factory and worked on it. Like,
yeah,
he designed it. So
yeah, it's not really his. It's not his deal. Like, he can be the messenger, but it's like, don't go running to him, like being aggressive. Like, it's okay to be like, hey, this. Thank you, Langlandia, for the tier 1 sub for 7 months. I think it's okay to go to them and be like, hey, I'm having this issue. Is there a fix, right? Like, is there something that I should do? Is there something that we should talk about? Is there any way, I can get this fixed? Because, you want your caps to be good. You want it to be lined up. But I don't think it's a widespread issue. I know some people are asking. I think it's something that is just a few different kits and a few different people have. So I think they're asking. Isn't that what you said, Chewy? They're asking for people to take pictures and send it to
pictures. Them. Google form. Brez was saying that they are going to set up a Google form. I hope Calibrated learns this lesson. And it sucks that they're kind of having to. I'm not. This is in no way me here to flame Cat Arctic. I have, if you like this set, I hope you got in on it. But even just looking at these, like, a lot of the the way it's shaped, almost some of them almost make it look like they're off centered.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, Myknos, sorry if I'm like trashing your dreams right now, but like G looks really off. There is more space on the left side of G than there is on the right. And it's only like one or two caps, but it just kind of makes you think like it makes me wonder like what is I can try and show it off here.
Oh, the G. Is it like it looks like it's just a little bit to the right.
Yeah. Oh, that's hurting my shoulder some. It's, hold on, super blurry. Whoop. And I'll take some pictures. Actually, what I'll do, I'm just you can take us back to normal view. I'm gonna take some pictures real quick and just message them to you so you can
Show them off.
show them off on stream. It's just ever so slightly, and it's just at that point it's just a little concerning. That, and I think the J is kind of probably one of the most apparent too, because the J has the little bar.
Mhm.
Was that a Grim Green reference? Maybe, I don't know. I do say what do I say all the time? Because we made fun of the video of Grim Green. Super secure.
Super
That's what
secure.
it is. Super secure.
True.
But let me get these sent over. I have more samples coming. So I do want to talk about samples.
I do like that. I do think that that's
yes,
great.
that's brilliant. And so talking about a couple different things, it's cool that is a thing. So for those who don't know, Cat Arctic ran last month.
Yeah.
I believe. This is a set of Cat Arctic. It's not a full set, it is a set. But when it comes to
it's just TKL, right?
I think I'd have to ask. I think it's just TKL with a 7U bottom row. When it comes to GMK, they send you color samples. They don't even send you a mold, right? They just send you the color samples. Sometimes if you're using base GMK colors, they might send you like a completed cap, but usually you're just going off colors. I think it's fantastic that you get to see the whole set before they even do anything, which is it's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's great because it gives you a chance to really see, obviously Cat Arctic is a little bit different because it ran as JTK set, so the colors were kind of already figured out in terms of like how they would look in plastics. But it's obviously a new factory, so it's like you can try that out, you can see it, and if you have something more aggressive like Mentorly sets, Eternal, that are like crazier colors, then Mentos, which is running between Alex Odos and Mentorly, those that would be great to be able to figure out those colors and make sure you match them up before you even run it, right? And so you can maybe do some small design tweaks if you need to. It's just a great way to really hone out your kitting and hone out everything that you need to do before you run.
Yeah, and it's it can prevent we've talked. I feel like the month of May was just us discussing color matching like all the time. But color matching is a thing. You also get to look at it and go, does this look like it clearly represents the picture? I can tell you right now that clearly represents the picture. Cat Arctic clearly represents the picture. With the alignment things, and Osiris, I did send you those pictures. But I think that it's just so brilliant. I know that Lang is getting a sample set of grain, so we're seeing that with the Infinity sets now, where it's like, hey, here's the full set, and that's kind of a custom weird green color. So that's going to be important to get that right. And while I know that there is some samples, that may have been approved a while ago, So, but yeah, on that J, it's like obviously off.
Yeah, it's just kind of like
the bar.
It's kind of cockeyed too.
It's just hugging, just a smidge. It's just a little. It's a hug.
I mean, what else we got?
So, but yeah, the being able to see everything is just brilliant. I also love. I think 5 is just a smidge off centered. It's not as apparent, but when you look at it next to some other keys, it shows up a little bit. The other thing I like about the prototypes is that designers will get their prototype and they'll get the cap set before anybody else. And I feel bad for the designers that like the American-based designers where caps are coming out and they don't even have theirs yet. Like they're sitting there just because the EU got them already. And that brings up another thing, which is Rensuya was having to play damage control because people started freaking out in the EU about Peaches and Cream. And it's like, he hasn't even gotten it in hand yet. Like, he's got 4 caps that don't have legends on them to look at. And other than that, he's got nothing.
Yeah. It's interesting. It makes me wonder if, as Cat continues to grow, if they start to kind of take over. Like, obviously, I think people are happy with the way that it came out, other than the alignment issues. And obviously, there is a huge market for Cat, and there's a huge market for Infinity, because of the cost. You know, it consistently at a price of like $105 for something that covers, you know, a full TKL and maybe a little bit more, right? Which is on like the only times we see GMK sets that are like that are TKL and under boards, right? They don't have numpads.
Yeah.
And so I wonder if, as those grow, is GMK going to have to kind of maybe restructure the way they do things, or are they going to rethink it? Are they going to, you know, maybe change the way that they approach the color matching process, change the way that they approach that, basically the entire manufacturing process? Are they going to shift to we'll send you out like a numpad kit, or we'll send you out like 10 keys? Because I don't know if you necessarily need a full set. I think it is helpful. But I think maybe if they sent you like 10 keys or so, it would be a good way to kind of get away from some of the problems that we have. Because it is hard when you have 4 caps and you have 3 colors and you're having to make fit from that, and you're gonna having to sit there and be like, okay, well, how is this color going to look when there's significantly less of it inside of this cap, right? Like I feel like that's hard.
GMK violent tendencies. Violent tendencies. So that could have been avoided. Langlandia asks a brilliant question. Real talk, is this an acceptable variance with sets that cost so much less than the highest of highest quality? Specifically, price per cap is having a few legends slightly off acceptable when you're spending only 80% of the cost? No. In my opinion, no. They are keycap sets. They're supposed to be at minimum aligned perfectly, right? Like if Taihao can do it, then these other sets can do it, right?
Yeah. And I think it's one of those things. We saw this same situation, well, kind of a similar situation with EPBT a couple years back when they first started really making caps. They had legend issues. They had issues with pad printing, and it was like some of them were way worse than this.
Yeah.
like it was borderline EPBT Cool Kids, but on other sets that weren't supposed to be like that. I think it's not acceptable, but I think it's forgivable because it's the first like big run, right?
Yeah.
I think if they were in like the position GMK is in, like what happened with, like, people freaked out about waves, like freaked out.
Like,
and it was
really
one
bad.
cap. And so
There's an accent key too.
yeah, like I get it. You're like B-Lock just said, you're kind of paying to be a beta tester, which is probably not the best. But if they fix it, it's like it doesn't really, to me, it doesn't really matter. Like I wouldn't be that upset, but I'm not someone that gets like super upset about things like this. I'm not one of those people who's going to be like, oh my gosh, it doesn't match. Oh my gosh, I can't even use this. This is unusable. I would just be like, oh, that sucks. Hope they fix it.
Yeah. Wilson 1155 asks, do you think that the best practice for keycap group buy is having samples before first so that buyers can agree? I'll answer this. I'll devil's advocate myself. I'll answer both sides real quick. Yes, because it would be great to see it would great to see like actual pictures. No is my real answer, because no meaning it doesn't matter. A picture is going to look a billion different ways on everybody's monitor. It does not matter unless they mail you. The only way that you could do this would be the most ridiculous way possible, which is to mail everybody that got in on the set a sample, or everybody that wants to get in on the set a sample, and go, hey, do you want this? Yes or no? Yeah. So that's the only way, I think.
Yeah, it's one of those things, because the way that the community is, we have to understand and accept some levels of variance between what we see and what we get. Yeah. There has to be. There's no way you're going to be able to get around everything. But
Cool Kid should have been cat practice, right? I have a personal wall in a Discord channel that I myself am in, as more of just a data dump, and I frequently I have my Twitch top comments Hall of Fame, and that is going straight to it. Cool Kid should have been. I love it. Brilliant.
I do. Urban Lion brings up a good point of like the fact that it's like it's kind of, or and Make Nova Machinova, they bring up a good point of like the question that Langlandia had has been almost kind of answered by the community, by people who are buying the kits on Mech Market for $250, $300 in the aftermarket, right? Because that was one of the things that I was thinking about. I was like, well, how is this going to affect the aftermarket? Because I would be way more upset if I bought a aftermarket set at 2 to 3 times cost and it came to me and it had these issues, right? Like I would be way more upset. But apparently the community is just like, we don't care. We just want it.
Yep,
we just want it. I don't know what those keys mean anyway. It doesn't matter where they are.
That's such the strange like thing to me, because people will go, well, because my answer is, if you really don't like it, sell it and you'll get your money back. Hell, you might even make money off of it.
Yeah.
While I understand that is not the best answer for everybody, especially when you're wanting to, potentially buy 2 things one month, and then you don't get to buy 2 things one month because you bought one and then that one turned out shit. Like, I get that. I understand that frustration. But the other alternative is there are no group buys. There are 250 to 400 sets made of each set, and you probably don't get a chance to get in on. Or none of these sets run because the community can only afford to run like one group buy a month. So it's kind of, pick your battles. Take the risk. If you like it, take the risk. If you think that, if you see the designer has released other things that you like, take the risk.
Yeah.
Hot take. I love everything Rinsuya's released. I know that people have been back and forth on whether or not they like Rinsuya stuff. I like it. I will continue to buy stuff from him because I trust his judgment.
Yeah, it's what we've said for the past month of, you're buying from a designer. You're not buying like you're buying the picture, but you're buying from the designer and what they want. You're trusting them to get you something that they love.
Yeah.
Um
And now that's all designer stuff. Lang, thank you, by the way. Because full credit again. It's my best idea I've had all month.
we're only
But
8 days in, so
exactly. Let's be honest, it's not getting any better. I've peaked this month. So agreed, yes. But the thing with Milkshake Urban Lime, not that you're arguing this, is that this is not BIP's fault. This is manufacturing's fault. This should have people this should have people alerted. This should have people actively looking for this. They shouldn't be panic, don't buy.
yes.
It should be, if you bought, when I buy a GMK set, I was surprised about the Waves thing. It hasn't happened since. When I buy a GMK set, I don't inspect the set. I just look at it. And if I like the color, I like the color. If I don't like the color, I sell it. I'm not worried about the legends. I'm curious to know if no one ever told me about the Escape, because I got a Waves Escape that had a floating sea. I'm curious to know how long it would have even taken me to figure out that something was wrong, because I trust GMK. Like I trust GMK. I don't immediately go track down every single keycap and compare it to one that I know is good. So
yeah, I mean I don't do it either. I don't look at every single cap and inspect it. I probably would have noticed the Waves key, but I have one and it's not. Mine's like a little bit off, and it's not that bad. Like,
Oh, Harvey, thank you for the 2-month sub, my dude.
Thank you, Harvey. Appreciate it. Like mine's not even floating away. It's just like a little further off. It's just like a little bit further away from the S than it should be. That makes sense.
IOPJKL. Oh, I've seen it in person.
Like it's just like ever so slightly further away. So, but I wouldn't have noticed unless someone said. Daniel Leaf, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate it.
Or is it Denilef? Who knows? One thing I don't know if I'll ever be okay with GMK is the 3 that pound hash key. I hate it. Whatever. Get over it. That's why I say, Lang. Just get the fuck over it.
Wow.
Stop being a little bitch, Lang.
Wow. Chewie's being aggressive tonight. I'm sorry, Lang. I love you, dude.
Specifically towards Lang. He knows I kid.
My teeth feel weird.
What's up, dude? Welcome to the spice. Welcome to me shitting on Lang. Really like the color scheme and geometry of that board. It's a good board.
Dude, I still believe the Lord of Saliva cap matches Waves better than the Waves actual Keyforge Artisans. Like the Waves ones that he did are so much more aggressive than the Lord of Saliva ones. And I feel like it would look weird. But
so, but yeah, all in all, with the cat thing kind of scratching up the rest of that fever, they're fixing it. Like we said, approach with caution. So the fact that they're going to fix it means that in theory, they're going to up their QC, because this is a very expensive fix for them. That's a lot of shipping. That's more parts. That's more things they have to order. Expect fixes, but expect delays, because now that they're going to increase their QC time, they're going to delay this stuff, which is fine, because once again, I'd rather have my burrito wrapped than my burrito in pieces in a faster time. Just expect that to be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. It's like, what is the delay going to be for these other sets, right? Like,
yeah,
what is going to be the ripple effect of this? Are they having to literally do they already have kits all packaged up and ready to go for Eternal? Because I think that might Is that next? That might be next. I can't remember what's next, but whatever the next cat set is.
Yeah, I think Eternal. That sounds right.
It'd be they have to like they have like they've been finishing it up and they're like, shit, now we gotta tear it all open. But yeah, I think it'll take a while, but it's going to be one of those situations that it's going to be good that it takes a while because it's going to make cat awesome.
Yeah, that's cat burrito. Let's get on it, guys. So I wanted to bring up this happened. Ooh, Salty Man K.
Thank you
for the 5 subs, man. Thank you for the gifted subs. Want to go back, just touch briefly. For those who didn't see, 5 days ago there was a Reddit post that talked about the differences between the render from Rama and the delivered product by Dixie. This is for the silicone Rama cap that Osiris is showing off.
This guy.
There it is. So I thought if you want a man, just trolls and spice and like aggression, like not just like internet trolling, angry, like aggression, like pent up aggression was in this Reddit thread. Some valid points were brought up. Yes, those pictures do not match. I would agree. Those pictures do not match. Once again, though, it's a picture that this person took versus a render. The picture is going to look different from when it is normally. And here's my complaint. We are sponsored by Dixie, but Dixie would want me to tell the truth. I think the render does a bad job showing what that cap's supposed to look like.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think I don't think it shows what
this is the thread
we're meant to be. I'm going to open this up real quick. My thing is that picture that he took or she took is like really weird looking in general. Yeah. Right? Like the actual colors of like the fingers in that picture are really strange. Like it looks so weird in general that it's not doing any justice at all for the cap. It like almost looks like it's making the cap look bad.
Part of the cap looks orange at the bottom, which doesn't. Regardless, focus the attention away from the pink, because the blue, while it is a little bit lighter in that picture than I think it's supposed to, I still think, obviously these two pictures, unless you're on black and white mode on your monitor for whatever reason, I think that the pictures are very clearly don't match. But for those who don't know, 8008 was never supposed to be a black or a gray. It's a extremely dark navy.
It's like a blue gray.
Yeah. Like it wasn't supposed to be. Sorry that you got sunburnt, Kaner. It's not supposed to be this kind of dark gray. That's why I don't personally like the picture of the render from Rama, because it does kind of give off that interesting.
Here is this. See, it is blue. See, blue, gray, blue, gray.
Yeah, definitely blue. So looks like we're asking to get that picture pulled up. Uno más tiempo.
Which one?
The picture from the Reddit post.
That one?
I thought Dixie handled it beautifully. He showed a picture of, I guess he ran 2 different ones. But I like how Lang said that. I'm sorry. That must have literally been said while you were typing. But he kind of showed off like, hey, here were these. We thought people would be more happy with these. And I am sure someone would have gotten mad the other way around, because people will just get upset. I thought Dixie handled it beautifully. I thought he did a fantastic job figuring it out.
Extremely well worded.
Yes. Came out at the end of the day. Obviously, he spent time working on that. to make sure that everything was handled professionally and calmly. I thought that there were people in the thread that were handling this like someone had just punched them in the face multiple times. And I did want to, like, I don't typically get in the middle of things, but I was just like, I just wanted to be like, just calm down, just deep breath. It's okay. It's a silicone cap.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and it was like I get it. You paid money for it, but they're like $15. Like, they weren't that much. Or $20. Like, they weren't that much, and it's like, they look pretty dang good. Like, I was super stoked. Like, I liked mine. Like, I literally, like I said, I got it and I was like, dang, Dixie, these came out great. Like, I'm really excited about this. And same thing with a couple of my buddies who got the set and got these caps. Like, they were really excited about them too.
Smudge RL, yes, we are.
I think a lot of people were commenting about this and were upset about this. And I think this happens a lot. It happens every time there's an issue with colors, color matching sets. There's people who are talking about it, who have never seen it in person and don't have it. Which, not that you can't have an opinion if you don't have it or haven't seen it, but it's one of those things. It's like, don't be super aggressive if you don't have in person, if you're going just off of pictures, right?
Yeah, your all of your information is coming from someone else being mad, or someone else being angry, or a picture you saw on the internet. And I always kind of find it funny that someone will look at a picture of a render on their screen and then look at a picture of a camera on their screen, and they'll look kind of different and go, "That's not right." I'm like, you don't even see what's happening. A lot of people will say this and didn't even get in on the group buy. They're like, "I hate this." I'm like, you didn't even buy it. So the designer doesn't care. So I find that to be funny. I actually don't know where. I don't think he made it super public. Maybe, I don't know. Okay,
What?
Here it is.
I found it.
You found it? Did you post it? Okay.
Yeah, I just put it. I was just waiting for you to finish your thought, and I was gonna throw it in there, and I was gonna bring it up on screen so we can take a gander at it, because I do kind of I want to point out some things that I really like about this and that he did, and I'm hoping people continue to do, and that is that he has these. One of the things is he has the color checker, the passport, in there with the caps. Basically what that does is you can literally take this into like a photo editing program and color, like you can balance the colors just based off of that.
Yeah.
And it'll auto do it. And it'll do it with very, very high accuracy. So it does help. I think that's a great option, not just for this situation, but for keycap sets moving forward, for samples when people are showing off samples. That'll really, really help, because it's like, this is accurate.
Yeah.
You know,
low key though, like the opaque silicone caps, I actually like way more than the other one.
I do too.
I think they look fucking sick.
They do look sweet. I love the opaque ones. I really like these 9009 ones. Like the green one looks sick.
Yeah, the green one looks awesome. So who's it? Kinnick asks, maybe a dumb question, but does silicone cap have some degree of squish to them? I don't know. That's an Osiris question.
Yes. They are very squish. This camera. Squish. So I would say if you are getting these silicone caps, do not put them on something that you use a ton, because they're lighter than a regular keycap. And the stem is a little bit wobbly. They are very easy to mount, though.
Not gonna can't crack silicone.
But
throw
it's
them on the old school box navy.
It's definitely a great like design. Like, I love the fact that they're doing these. I love that they're pretty inexpensive, and they look cool. Like, you're able to do things that you can't do with metal with these. So it really opens it up. I was actually talking with one of my buddies about what would be a good way to make it to where the stem was a little bit heavier, so that way it would have a little bit more rigidity, so it wouldn't move around as much. And I don't know if it would be possible, but maybe putting like some sort of plastic around the like stem, so then that way it can have a little bit more rigidity there. But
yeah. So, but yes, well done, Dixie. If you don't like it, he set up the form. Only your account can do it. So go get yourself a better looking one. If you do not like the one that you have, props. Dixie did it again. I'm not saying that as someone who is sponsored by Dixie. I'm saying that as I think that he did the right thing. And,
do we know?
Well done.
How do you know the color checker is calibrated correctly? Well, listen, if you really were that worried about it, you could just put it in like Photoshop or Lightroom yourself and calibrate it. It's not like the color checker is just a item. Like it doesn't do anything. It's in the software that it adjusts the lighting of the photo and the white balance and all that. So you can do that yourself. You could literally take the photo into Lightroom and adjust it off of the color checker, and it would fix the lighting. It would adjust the colors, make it be natural, or whatever you want it to be.
Just do what you want. So I have another topic that I thought of because we actually discussed this earlier today. An interesting concept came up today. So for those who are into artisans, or maybe they're just getting into artisans, not sponsored by them at all. I just met the guy over voice chat like 2 days ago. But the Wong box is this fantastic looking box that they just released for a second run of group buys today. And it's interesting because they've opened up a second round, and yet they have not completed the first round. And I ask Osiris, I ask the chat, how do you feel about that? If they're to deliver all of the information, about 40 to 50% of the Wong boxes that were ordered in late March have been delivered, with him giving weekly updates, if not daily updates, and as well as going, hey, we're going to hit our end of June ship date. How do you feel about him opening up more group buy spots?
So here's my thing. No one gets mad that Canon Keys is running a set again this month when they ran a set last month, right? Like, no one's upset about that happening. And no one's upset that keyboards from a vendor get ran before and get run 1 month, and then maybe another month later before that first one's done, they run nothing. Like Project Keyboard ran Sirius and what's we call it? Kepler at the same time. Right? Like that ran at the exact same time. Like people don't get upset about that, but it's like, I get it that those are different items, but it's like they're a business. They want to be making money, and this is how they can make money, especially in a time where like people are wanting to buy these things. People are focusing on their hobbies right now because it's what's taking their minds off of the world kind of being a giant shitter. And why not? Just like run it. Like as long as they're being open about everything that's happening with the first round, like as long as they're maintaining the contact to those people who are the first round purchasers, your hand motion is really distracting me. But no, as long as they're maintaining that conversation and maintaining their updates, I don't see any issue with it.
Mhm.
Like, it shouldn't be a big deal.
I manufacture for Mac if you want to ask questions. Well, my lovely uncle, I don't really have too many questions. Well, one, when is my freaking one going to ship? Because even though they haven't ended their shipping time, I will say I get why they're shipping out stuff. Like it always bugs me on a personal level of like when I see other people get the stuff and I don't have mine. That's just how the things work, right? He just wants to get stuff out, and so he's not piling. He's not just going to sit there and wait. I actually kind of it's as looking at it from a like, oh, you're a vendor, you're a good vendor, you're getting your stuff out as fast as possible, you're not just sitting on stuff that's just sitting in your room. But it, like, personally, I'm like, god dang it, why didn't I order that color? I would have had it by now. Can you link the product we are talking about?
I got it.
You do? All right. So, at the end of the day, I think that it's fantastic that he's shipping these out. Why not open them up? People are liking them. People have had them for weeks. People are getting them and people are saying, this is fantastic. He's already made a post saying, hey, we're opening these up. None of these are going to get made until after the ones that were already ordered were shipped. It's not like it's not like he got a bunch in one color done and had extras and we're selling those beforehand. He's doing it the right way. Well, but it's an interesting concept because that's not something you see every day. I thought it was, it's like, why not do it? Go for it.
Yeah.
It's probably easier to keep running those machines and keep using the materials you need. It's probably just easier for him to keep going. So he doesn't have to stop.
Yeah, it's like one of those things that it doesn't matter. I think people get upset because they just want to be upset. Like you said, people get mad because it's like, oh, someone has thing, I don't have thing, and they're running again. Why? I'm mad. And it's like, why are you mad? Like, you have information, you know that your timeline is still like, you're still within your timeline. Just like chill for a little bit, be upset if things start taking a turn for the worse, right? Like if they stop updating you and they continue run and you never get your product, or like you don't get your product after like a month after the dedicated date, then maybe be a little bit upset and figure it out. But come on, man.
So it was something we talked about in the Discord that intrigued me. I was like, I as someone who got in and paid their invoice back in March, like, he's doing a great job. He's doing a fantastic job with this kind of mini group buy. In a world where we're used to waiting like 8 months to a year for things, or like 2 years for things, it's it's one of those, like, you're delivering something within 3 to 4 months. That's insane. And like, obviously, yes, it's not a CNC board. It's cool. So, it's fine by me. Open it up. Honestly, I was talking, I was like, might get another one.
Yeah.
But, I'm excited. And I guess they found out also that the stands can be used for keyboards.
Mm-hmm.
So why not?
And Fropsy brings up a great point here of
love hearts.
The fact that if they're running round 2 before round 1 finishes, that means that the QC and feedback is great. That means that things are really good. Then we're not having a situation where maybe things don't match. Things are poor quality, like we've literally talked about earlier today. And then colors with the Dixie thing. And people just want to be upset. People try to find things to be upset about. Jax, thank you for the tier 1 for 11 months. Baby's 2 months.
There it is. I love Sam. It's great. If you guys have your Wong boxes, post some pictures in the chat. I want to see them. Populate those guys. I just wish the Sanctuary Cap set would run round 2. So I am all for starting extras round 2 ASAP. There you go.
Smudge _ RL asked if Moto would be a good first GMK set. I think it would be. You get
Yes,
thumbs
it
up
will
of
go
approval.
on anything.
Yeah, it will go on anything. There is one more topic that I want to talk about, want to touch on that was in the Discord earlier today, and that is S-Craft. I know some people were talking about it. S-Craft got the thumbs up from the Pokemon Company.
Oh, yeah.
To continue
huge.
doing what they're doing, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome for the future of them. I know some people are kind of upset and were worried about like the shipping of their caps that they ordered from round 2, and I think they're also planning on running a round 3 soon. But it is awesome that they got the thumbs up to be able to continue doing what they're doing, because those caps were insane, and people were spending so much money on them. Like,
yeah, it was like $350.
Yeah, for like 3 caps, and it's like these aren't even like that limited. Like, what the hell? But
Dutch Master sending a pic of his Wong box.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Ooh, you know what'd be cool? I think it'd be cool if we need to do like a on like Discord, like show us your keyboard segment. If you guys would like this, I think this would be cool. If you do show us your keyboard, like take your phone out, take a picture of it, put it in our keyboard pictures, and then we can literally do a rate your keyboard. Do it live on Mondays. We're looking to do some extra segments. That could be fun. Yes, can we please do that? Honestly, you know what?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Start posting. Take your phone out, whatever you have, or your fancy picture. Go to our Discord. Throw the pictures in hashtag keyboard pics.
Or keyboard pics, sorry.
Keyboard pics. And yeah, keyboard of the week. Maybe this is how we do keyboard of the week.
Yeah.
There we go. So we'll pick keyboard of the week. I like it. So while you guys are doing that, I will talk one more time. So update on the Squid 60. The design, the changes to the design are done. The price is locked in. I won't say that yet until I announce on the interest check. I am just waiting on renders. The PCB, while I don't know the exact color of the PCB, I just have to talk to Heine about that. It does fit, so this PCB will be running alongside with that. So you should be hearing stuff within the next week about the Squid 60. I'm going to be making a Discord channel specifically dedicated to Squid 60 with a role that you can have. So if you want to do that, are you looking at pictures? People are tagging us and everything.
Oh no! Don't look yet. Don't look. Stop looking.
Oh, okay. I won't look.
Well, I guess what Lang put was hilarious. You can look. Just look. It's hilarious. Oh man. But yeah, so Squid 60's running soon.
Squid 60. I would love, I can't give you an exact date, but I would love to run it mid to late July. I will, like I've said before, I will give you, at minimum, I will give you 30 days notice so that you have a month to kind of, financially plan. And if you want to purchase this, you'll have the time. So we got some good picks, man.
We do. Got quite a few tabs open here. Look at all these fancy pictures of all of y'all's amazing keybs.
I'm liking the Wong box included picks, like topical.
Very topical.
Ooh. What are we feeling? Ooh, got some cat milkshake in there too.
All right, we're gonna start showing these off here. Okay. Get this all ready. All right. So first up, we're looking at Dutch Masters, the very first post. Dutch Masters board. Don't know what this is. By
Man,
looking
Dutch
at
Master is just
dude, he's pumping them
cranking
out.
them out.
He's pumping them out. This is a very good photo. Like everything looks set up, like planned out, like you know how people who have like messy hair, it's like planned messiness. This is like planned messiness with the Rama keycap or the Rama switch puller and the switches, those Zelios that are out there.
Yeah. Good pick. Solid pick.
Solid pick. Solid wrist rest as well.
Yep.
Next up,
I can't remember the name of the guy that does that, but he does great work.
Next up, another one from Dutch Master. Couple options. Well, E6.5, a moon, and I don't remember the name of this one. I believe this is the Matrix 65%. I can't remember the name
Which
of
one,
it.
the clear one?
No, the clear one's the E6.5. The one with Striker on it. No.
Yeah. Matrix, it kind of looks like the Doro, but I don't remember the Doro having that little grill up top.
No, it's the Matrix Noah. That's what it is. Yeah, I knew it was a Matrix one, but I couldn't remember what the name was of it.
Yeah.
The Luna. That's what it's, not Moon. The
There it
Moon's
is.
a TKO. What do you think, Chewy?
Which one do I like the most?
Yeah, which one do you like the most? There's a lot going on here.
Man, even more got posted. Dang. Honestly,
what are you? I'm just rolling through all of them. We're looking at all of these.
Oh, okay. I thought you were asking me which one. I was like, fuck, that's a lot of pictures. Of these three, I do like me the Lunar. I think that the artisans are well picked, and the other two are trash layouts. So,
all right.
Kidding.
I mean, I do like that Kippura. All right, next up, this is the last one for Dutch Masters. Just showing off the Wong box as well as MT3 Serica there. But that's what the Wong box looks like. He got his. He said he's loving it. But we'll move on. And this is our moderator Brez's Baka 60 Cerakoted in pink with 8008. How you feeling about this one?
I mean, I've told him before. I love it. I think it's a great little color combo that plays off of each other because it's not perfectly matched, right? So it kind of plays off of each other. I think it did a great job. What do I want? We'll do now. So what's up next? Looks like a tofu.
Tofu with SA Pulse.
Yeah, solid little. Like they've added the different core elements to it of like the Pulse colorway. So 60% on SA does kind of always look a little strange to me sometimes. I think it kind of, once you get that extra row, that F key row, it kind of rounds out the set more. But I do like it. Nothing wrong with the tofu.
Yeah, I think it looks good. It's nothing crazy, but it looks good. It's classic kind of, I feel like a classic set almost. It's running like everything at this point. So
yeah.
And then we've got a nice little iron 165 FE with some some ramen going on with some rice.
What I will say about that is that it exists, and that's it.
Because what do you do with an $1,000 keyboard? You put ramen in it.
You do.
and white rice, and you enjoy it. Great picture, Lang. Great picture. Modern Dolch running right now on mechsondeck.dixiemech.com. Head on over and pick up
Soup 65.
Modern Dolch round 2. I don't remember the name for this board, but I believe it is like Dolch something.
Like the Dolch CR, I believe. Something like that.
Soup 65 was the original. The iron 165 was the FE, which is different. It's got copper plate and copper base or weight or whatever. I think the whole base is copper actually.
Mm-hmm.
Then next up, we've got Zurkowski's Tofu 65 with it looks like Tokyo Nights on it.
Solid set.
Looking nice. I know your wife loves herself the Tokyo Nights.
Tokyo Nights. Great looking board. So we got the Zlant.
Don't you aren't you supposed to get there? There was one point where you said something about Zlant.
I said I would buy and use one if someone sent it to me, and someone was supposed to send it to me. I haven't gotten it yet, so we'll figure it out when it comes. Cat milkshake, there it is. No stepped caps. We never even talked about how the stepped caps was all fucked up.
Is that cat or is that? I think that's DSA.
Maybe that's DSA. No, I can't really. Might be that looks more like cat. Whose is this? It's Crazy Kick. Crazy Kick needs some confirmation. We never mentioned it is, or I guess I don't know if those are the same people. But the stepped caps lock was too long on Cat Milkshake.
Was it really?
Literally interfered with A. It's cat. Crazy Kick says it's cat, so it's cat.
Okay.
But yeah, it's can't use stepped at the moment.
That's funny. Hey, you know what? That doesn't bother me.
Be like that sometimes though.
Next up, I don't know which 60% this is.
I think it's the E white tofu.
Okay. GMK Voyager? Is that the name of this set?
Yeah, Voyager.
Looks great. Matches up well. Got the nice desk mat and the cable to match.
That's that full on aesthetic. Points off for the alpha colored pipe key, but it's okay. I forgive you.
Yeah. There's a section of the community that's pro alpha colored pipe key and then pro mod colored pipe key. I think mod colored pipe key makes it look a little bit more even. Doesn't break it up the same way that the alpha color pipe key. Fropsy, listen, we might have to reconsider your guest spot on Wednesday.
Oof, got him.
If you didn't know, we have Fropsy coming on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central. Next up, this is I don't know what this is.
That's the candy bar.
No, it's not. Is it? No, it's not.
Alpha-colored pipe is the only way.
I'm like 90% sure that's the candy bar.
I think it is.
Dixie Mech, what's up?
Right.
Alpha colored pipe key is the only way. All right, well, Dixie, we're gonna have a chit chat too after this.
Thanks, Dixie.
Evil Deeds does say, and I'm assuming Deeds. Yeah, it's the only reason I know it is because of the side on the bottom is like curved. It's not flat.
Yeah,
it's candy.
I just got confused by the actual regular sized space bar. I forget that has the regular sized space bar. Looks great. That's a very hot pink.
Very,
very hot pink.
So got the we've seen this one before, but now it is in its full glory. Next one coming up.
Yeah, this is the Lunar from Dutch Master with the matching mat. 8008. I like that he used the double X. That's one thing that I did on my once I got the Rama cap, I put both X's on either side. I like it. I like the double X. I think it looks cool.
For those late 90s and then again in the mid 2000s, Degeneration X from WWE. Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Come on, guys. Where are my WWE fans at? This next one. Let me see. Or did I skip one?
I got Fropsies up next.
Yeah, Fropsy. I have no idea what this is, but Fropsy has like 14 boards.
I'm pretty sure this is a prototype.
World, yeah, that don't exist.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that this is one of Fropsy's prototypes. It's called the SF665. With Olivia, it looks great. Olivia always looks good. Never looks bad.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
Except on a rose gold colored board.
Except on a. Love the pin rail. I like the pin rail. I think that's a cool little aesthetic. It's like one of those things that even if you don't use a pin very often and you don't really like need it, be worth it to have just for it to look cool. You know, a little bit of accent piece never hurt no one. So I like this. No one can buy it right now, so
it
that's
happens.
unique. It's unique. And then this is like a Prionic.
Ortho 75, I believe.
75.
With the Orca wrist rest represent out there. Very nice. It's got, I believe, just GMK. No, that's not GMK. I don't think their 1U space bars look like that. But a cayenne colorway. My ratchet board. Hey, we all have one. We all have one that's just kind of the beater. So I'm going to. All right, I have put the word all right, and when we get to me saying all right, we will stop it there for now because I can't make that decision. I can't make a decision point blank, or I've already got like 3 different ones that have been like, no, that's gonna win. No, that's gonna
win. This one is a split ergo board. I don't know which one.
It's the Soul.
It's the Soul. Okay, it's the Soul.
It's SOL. I know actually a good bit about this because my homie Grindbox, I believe,
I was gonna
has
say because of Grinded Genly.
I know they very much enjoy it. That split ortho life. You know, if you like your R's and your G's and your B's, the Soul is for you.
Yeah, I mean, it looks...
Soul 2. Sorry, Soul 2.
Looks cool. SA laser. Flashy set, just like the Milkshake desk mat that's underneath it, as well as all the RGBs going on. This person's about the flash, and I'm down.
Hey, all for it. Got another... Looks like another Ortho 75.
This time with Olive. Love me some Olive. I'm not gonna lie, can't get into that Ortho style.
The Ortho life?
Yep, no, doesn't do it for me.
You don't want your escape below your tab key?
No. No.
Let's see, another Dutch Master.
Yeah, that's the Noah. So that's the Matrix Noah with GMK Striker.
A Kotai, I was corrected. It's the Kotai, sorry. Same as an Ortho 75 layout wise, but a Kotai. My apologies.
I think I like this Matrix board a lot. I really like the Matrix stuff. I think they do cool things with their boards. Striker is a set that I think looks great. I think we both, that's a set that we both were like, this is surprisingly good in person.
Yes, that's a set that looks way better in person. What else we got?
ECAP Poppy hitting us up with a prototype that's literally just a PCB on foam.
Hey, you know?
Hey, it types.
It types. It works. You can type on it. So next one up looks like a 5 degree. It's definitely got the aesthetic going, the orange and gray aesthetic, the carbon aesthetic. Yeah, fantastic looking little color set. I like how they have the 3 different cables, so
Yeah, I like that too.
ready to go no matter what. So
Yeah, looks great. It looks good. Up
ooh,
next,
fancy.
some little fresh. I haven't seen a whole lot of this set. This is Scuba Steve's. Looks like it's an Alice style board, but it's a wood case, which is pretty freaking cool. With the Infinikey, is the name Demonic, I believe.
Yeah.
It's a cool looking set. Those legends look super crisp.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
all those artisans. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's a cool set. It's a very unique set of the colorway and everything. So well done. Next up, I don't know. I don't remember the name of this. So Pixel PRG. Pixel PRG. I don't actually know the name of this, so let me know. But it does have GMK Red Samurai on it, which I believe is running this month.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's been announced yet. Sanctuary Rebirth, not
Sanctuary Rebirth. Sorry.
GMK Demonic was a different set.
Sanctuary Rebirth. I should know that because it's based off of Diablo. It's Infinity Diablo to me.
A game that I have never played.
Fun game.
Console 60 is the kit.
Console 60. Thank you. Pixel Adventure. Console 60. I know that's the one that has like the ridges on the sides. Cool looking board.
It is a cool looking board. I like it. And I think Red Samurai is a really good set. I think it looks really good. Gold is very hard to do in plastic when you can't have any metallic. But I think they did a great job of making it be somewhat golden. But it's like
a warm yellow, mustardy gold.
It looks good. And I'm excited to see how the blue Samurai comes out. Next up, another Dutch Master. Dutch Master's been in here. This is what is that? Tofu? It's another tofu.
Like tofu. So great looking theme.
Is that Skidata?
I think. I don't know my orange sets, but I believe that's Skidata. Hey Chewy, does that block a 60 flex or no? No, not at all.
0 flex, negative flex. Skidolcha.
It pushes back at you. Skidolcha.
It's close. Skidata is a little. All right, up next, another Dutch Master.
This is a keyboard in the sense that you type on this and words appear on the screen.
Listen, all I'm saying is he's saying something about this keyboard with the fact that he's got pudding keycaps on it, right? Like he's got a ton of other cool stuff. He's putting pudding on here.
It's unique,
but I feel like this is probably not the first thing that you go to. This is cool. Not for me.
Yeah, not really.
Not for me.
Not really a huge fan. This next one I really like. I like the wrist rest. I think the wrist rest is fucking fire. Looks like a KBD 67. Don't know if it's a Mark II or not. With GMK Pulse on it. Great looking. I like the desk mat. I like the whole aesthetic here. The little Gengar, like terrarium thing. That looks really dope. Got to get this. Who is this? Is this Squiddo? I'm gonna assume that's Exo Squid. Got to get this guy some Dream. The SA Dream Eater is coming out.
Ooh.
The Gengar set.
Ooh. Yeah, I like this. I like the wrist rest too. That looks sweet. It's a dope looking wrist rest. The Zerkowski, there will be an announcement about the group buy date in the Discord. So just join the Discord and make sure you're there. It'll be all the info will be in our Discord. There'll be a separate channel that or a separate role that you'll have to get you want information about the Squid 60. So next up, we've got Deported Village Idiot with his cat milkshake board with his Ergo Docs. Dude, I like the Ergo Docs, actually.
It's clean looking. With cat, it looks really clean.
I considered, because I think they make a, what was the one that, oh my gosh, what was the name of the company? There's a kit that you could buy where you could literally just buy one side, because I contemplated just buying one side.
The gaming side?
Gaming, yeah. I asked 159 about the Kendo, if I could use just one half of a Kendo to play games. He's like, I think so. I don't know. Let me try.
Isn't the Kendo HHKB?
I don't remember. I think so. I don't know.
Hard rip. We've got the back of.
I'm gonna skip over that one and let's just go to the. I
don't know what Alice this is.
The Alice style board. Is this? I don't know either.
Nick, if you are in chat, let us know. Obviously, an Alice style board. Looks like GMK white on black with Hiragana Legends.
Kokua. Cool.
Looks clean.
Yeah, it looks clean. Looks kind of like my Alice style board, but that has the logo thingy. Striker looks good. Striker's a cool set.
Oh, it is Striker. I couldn't really tell. Good pick.
Next up, we've got a Uni 660 with Holy Pandas and EPBT Kuroshiro, a set that I love. I think this set came out fantastic. I think this looks great.
Oh, nice. Keep new. Thank you. Hope she enjoys. I know that you said that they're going to be using those to build her first custom keyboard. Welcome to the club. Sorry about your wallet.
Yeah, this board's pretty hot. This board is pretty hot. Although nice. I would prefer this Artisan to be the one where it's like the ball gag one. I don't know what that one's called, but I think that one's funny. Then we've got another Dutch Master here with the showing off that last with GMK laser on the E6.5 and all those Artisans. This looks great. That's a sweet looking desk mat. There's a lot going on in that desk mat, but it looks good.
No idea what it is, but it looks sweet. Good, very colorful with not too much RGB, just very naturally colorful.
Lola. Okay.
So
GSK mat. Oh.
Very nice.
Then we'll go with I don't know. Oh, I'm showing this.
I mean, he posted it publicly, but we can only assume that this is the Bauer 75, or it's just a 75% board that he put a custom plate in. Who knows? Very cool looking board. Points off for it not being usable at the moment.
Shh. Good Lord.
Caps just don't really match the case
it
that well.
It doesn't matter. I would... That. This is awesome, Dixie. I guess this is the Bauer 75. At least the top of it. This looks great.
Very clean.
I love my Bauer. I was having a conversation with Quakeums and a couple other people in Top Clack. And I was like, man, I don't even feel like I even need to buy anything anymore. Like, my iron and my Bauer are just so freaking good. Like, and they're so completely different.
Yeah.
That it's like, I don't even, like, I have all of the type feels, even with down to like the Baca and the Sirius. Like, they're all very different, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but this makes me want to be like, okay, now I want the Bauer 75. think it looks great.
But
Props.
it's not the right proper F-row.
No,
That's you.
That's
That's
not
you.
me. That's not me. Me is the Xeno is stupid because the F-row is dumb. Dixie did it right. This has even spacers. This is even with this one, and this one. On the Xeno, this one's 0.75 for some reason, and then the rest of these are 0.25. Why? Why?
Last
Why?
one. Is that an OSA?
Oh yeah,
that
it
round
is. It
front
is.
looks like an OSA.
It is an OSA. That's Tyson's old OSA.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That
Or
color.
was
All right.
Tyson's OSA. Now it's, I believe,
Yeah.
Fropsy's. Looks great.
It's a solid board.
Muted.
Okay.
Always looking good.
So here's what we're gonna do. So we got a couple things. So we'll announce about this. We're gonna do two things. One, the winner is gonna get Keyboarder of the Week as a role, and you will have that role. It will be displayed proudly in our Discord above the sponsors on the right side if you win. So here's how we're gonna do it. Osiris and I are each going to pick one. If we both pick the same one, that one wins. If we don't, we will put it to chat's vote.
Obviously, the Bauer 75 is not eligible because that would automatically win.
So we'll make an announcement because I do want to limit this. I think that it should be one submission per person.
Yeah.
I think we should try and go by the what's on your desk feel with it. We'll make an announcement. Osiris and I obviously have to talk this out, but I'm glad this kind of.
I have to talk it out. We don't have to talk it out. I was going to just do it right now.
No, I'm saying the next week fine tuning.
Oh, okay. Dutch Master, which one do you want to submit? Which one is your favorite?
What do I want?
Zerkowski, unfortunately, we can't do anything about that here.
I've got mine. I'm going to pick I assume this is an E-White Tofu with Voyager by Pixel PRG. That's going to be my vote.
So, which one? The E-White? Okay.
In between the candy bar and
so that's Chewy's submission. Man, I'm gonna pick because that was not mine. Excuse me. I'm gonna pick the Uni 660. I think this looks fantastic.
That's a cool looking one. A runner-up, Ron DG's Dolch board, I think looks really cool.
Yeah, runner-up for me would be Fropsy's OSA.
Yeah. Langs gets disqualified for not being a functioning keyboard.
Langs gets second in my heart, just behind the Bauer 75.
So let's do a poll.
So these are your options. We've got a E-White Tofu with GMK Voyager on it, on the Voyager mat, with the Voyager matched cable on the full aesthetic. And then a Uni 660 with ePBT Kuroshiro, looking mighty fine. 660 layout, pretty freaking cool.
All right, the poll is up. It's at the top of chat. Start voting. This person will get Keyboard of the Week. Every vote counts. Go vote. Vote for yourself. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. This one's quickly getting out of hand.
Is it? Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see it now. No, it's making a comeback. The EY Tofu is making a comeback.
It can crawl. I think, you yes, it is a tofu. Yes, it's not a custom board. It's kind of that aesthetic to me just looks it's time and thought and a lot of effort was put into making that aesthetic look. Not that any of these didn't have it, but you can that kind of, to me, that picture shows that you can do a lot with a little.
Yeah. I mean, I just can't get over the alpha colored, pipe key. That's just,
Yeah. It's a tough one. I get, but how can I join to win this? We'll do it. We're going to start doing this every week. You don't really get anything other than a Discord role for a week, but and then maybe we'll keep track of these, and then we can do like an end of the year one.
Yeah, that would be cool. Keep of the year.
So exactly what I meant.
Can we do like a March? We can do like a March Madness style tournament. That would be sick.
20, there's some 20 something, so we'll have to have a play in, and then that'd be cool. We'll do that.
I'm down. Listen to the content ideas that are just happening.
Do it. You won't.
That would be sick. That would be sick to do.
So it does kind of look like we'll probably be ending our Monday episodes with this. I do like this. We've been looking, Cyrus and I literally had a conversation last week.
Yeah.
Let's get some segments. Let's get some cool shit. This is a great way to bring back Keyboard of the Week. So it does look like the Uni 660 EPBT Kuro Shiro wins. Dank, DD Decline. You just got the fat upgrade to Keyboarder of the Week. DD Decline. Congratulations.
Congrats, my dude.
Bragging rights are what I'm here for.
Bragging rights are what I'm here for. Everyone wants to show off a little bit. There's no. We spend a lot of money on it. Why not be proud of it? Get a little Discord roll. I didn't forget about the Sirius. I'm about to show it off, but it's got like dog hair all over it. Doesn't have caps on it.
Part of life. So while he shows it off, real quick, shout out to our sponsors, switchmod.net/Mechs on Deck. Get you 4% off your order for lube and springs and all that good stuff. You can have Dixie Mech, so you can go to mechsondeck.dixiemech.com to pick up GMK Moto Round 2. Definitely a great set. Also, those new cases that we showed off at the beginning of the episode are there as well. We do get a kickback from that, so we appreciate any time you use that. Those are very fantastic. You can get a project keyboard, so mechsondeck.project.link. Be on the lookout. He is taking a break off of keycap, but you can't get a Sirius. I know that he will be bringing those in and trying to keep them in stock while they last. They lasted a day this time. Check that out next time. Canakeys.com/mechsondeck. Pick up Cat Explosion. Even though we said that we've had issues with Cat, why don't you get a nice explosive explosion from Cat Explosion and pick up a set of that? I know he also has the ANSI PCB in stock, so be sure to pick up one of those if you are looking for a PCB. It's easily our highest recommended 60% PCB that you can get. Be sure to check that out, as well as we cannot do this without our partners, Zap Cables, Type Beast, and Smith and Rune. Thank you guys very much. Huge help. What do we got going on this week, Osiris?
Well, tomorrow you will be building a board, a fancy board, a custom board from SM Keyboards, I believe, right? Correct.
SM Keyboards.
It's got Mechs on Deck. It's got Mechs on Deck on it. Highly custom. Yeah.
This is my most custom keyboard.
Yeah, you're gonna be building that. What switches are you putting in that bad boy?
I'm gonna put some creams in this bad boy, I think.
Feeling creamy.
Nice and creamy. Why, you ask? Because it's what I had.
It's what you've got. It is a copper plate.
It is a copper plate. Really excited. Really excited to get that nice stiff. I think the creams will sound good too. The acrylic boards sound pretty nice. So yeah, I'll be building that. And then who is joining us on Wednesday?
So Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central, we will have Mr. Fropsy. He's done the Godspeed 75. He's done a bunch of other stuff. He's helped out with a ton of different boards, and he's doing tons of help with design. He's actually like done some design streams and stuff in like Top Clack's general chat, which is pretty cool. And he started streaming. I saw he was streaming yesterday. So Fropsy will be joining us. So come hang out and listen to us talk about keyboards, talk about design, talk about how he got into it. So
very nice. Very nice. Who are we going to show us your keyboard today?
you're up. I did it last time.
I'm up. All right. I'm going to look at art first. I do enjoy the artists. They do some cool stuff.
The artists.
The artists. Thank you guys again. This is a fun stream, man. Not that like streams aren't fun, but like obviously, you know, guess what? I'm not having the time of my life every single stream, and it just gets better and better and better. But this one was especially fun.
It was a good time. I'm excited about the future of the Keeb of the week. I think that's going to be a cool segment going forward.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who to pick.
Just
bad at this. I don't know.
Just go for it.
I'm gonna go off based off of art.
Let me see if
this is cool. Here, I'm gonna send this to you real quick. See if
thoughts
if you're
are
cool with this. Your thoughts. She seems to have a pretty cool. It looks like she's like painting. She's got it set up where she's drawing like side by side.
Okay. I got a 12-second ad.
Nice. Is it Bounty?
No, it's Best Buy.
Best Buy.
Best Buy.
Gotta love Best Buy.
So, dude, I'm down. That's a sweet drawing. Right. She looks super talented.
Right. It was like just scrolling through. I was like, "What's the coolest?" Not like 100% anime, even though this is anime. Appears to be.
She might not have a keyboard to show you though. Like it might.
Who knows? This is how you get people. You know, we were inspired by Nathan Kim. I was inspired by Nathan Kim of just maybe once a week. And then Keeb Noob even said in her Instagram, and she messaged us on Instagram. I was like, "Hey, we like that idea." So we'll start this raid, guys. You know what to do. All caps. Show us your keyboard. Let's spam that going. Let's see if we can talk her into joining the community and getting her viewers to join the community. Thank you again, guys.
Good night, and come back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central.
8 p.m. Bye, Switch Tester.